Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Independent Unity Entertainment Channel, and I'm your host. Today we got Whiteboy for you by Tom MacDonald. Thank you guys so much, Hangover Gang, for rocking with me. Last video did great. Did the new song, Ghost, and it's doing really well thanks to you guys. You guys are awesome. Really appreciate it. And so, with that being said, I'm going to take a day off. Just one day, though, and that's going to be tomorrow, which is Sunday, which is Christmas. So I'm going to give you guys a little Christmas present. Today we'll be reacting to the song Whiteboy by Tom MacDonald, guys. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and hop into this. This is Tom MacDonald's Whiteboy. Let's go ahead and check it out. That seems like that would... he hasn't even started yet. But I'm saying that seems like how Tom MacDonald would be in a classroom setting. The first one to raise his hand, you know, be like, excuse me, I got something to say. That's just the way it strikes me. But let me go back and start that over.
I cannot feel guilty for that I didn't do, but I can understand the reasons why you think that I should. Yeah, I'm white, but I never put your neck in no noose, and I never burnt a cross or hit my face with a hood.
Okay, so he's basically saying that I haven't done these terrible things that you're accusing me of. So why are you accusing me of something I didn't do? Right? Which is how it should be with everybody, regardless of race, right? You should never judge someone just based on what they look like or their name or anything like that, because that's ignorant, right? Yeah, I see what he's saying. Yeah, let's go back a little bit.
But I never put your neck in no noose, and I never burnt a cross or hit my face with a hood. You can't just label me racist, cause I'm related to people who did some terrible way back before I was alive. My parents brought me up to treat everyone as an equal. I refuse to feel ashamed cause of my pretty blue eyes. And Nazi, white supremacy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. You should not be ashamed to be who you are. I mean, you shouldn't. You know, if you're white and you have pretty blue eyes, you should be proud that you have pretty blue eyes. If you're black and you have brown eyes, you should be proud you have beautiful brown eyes. You know, like, it's, you know, I mean, be proud of who you are, you know. Don't hate what you are. Embrace it. Even if everybody else doesn't. Embrace yourself. Because you're the only one that you can count on to do that, right? So always love yourself. But yeah, he's saying, I didn't put anybody in a noose. I didn't do any of that stuff. Like, why is it okay for people to basically throw the term racist at somebody like that without any real, like, evidence or substance behind it to prove the fact the person's a racist? They just, that word's used so much now, it almost doesn't even mean anything. Wow, so like I'm 24 seconds in and I'm ranting. Thanks, Tom. All right, guys, let's get back into it.
Equal, I refuse to feel ashamed because of my pretty blue eyes. And Nazi, white supremacist. Anyone who labels me as that because of my family genetics. The hatred for Caucasians is so pathetic. Go be proud that you're black, but don't hate me for some credit. I'm not the white devil, neo-Nazi.
Yo, that line, be proud that you're black, but don't hate me for some credit. He's basically just saying, like, sorry, I'm shaking. He's basically just saying, you know, don't hate me for clout. Like, and that's what a lot of people do. They just hate on them for clout. Because, I mean, if you guys notice, and Hangover Gang, I know you guys are watching this, you guys notice when other artists come after Tom, right? And what does he do? He ignores them. Why? Because they're not worth the time, the energy, or effort whatsoever to even address the situation, much less give them the clout that they need in order to succeed in their careers. Basically, Tom's like, you're not going to chase clout off me, man. Sorry. Especially if you're going to say something terrible about the guy. You know what I mean? Like, ooh. All right, sorry. We're up to 35 seconds now.
Go be proud that you're black, but don't hate me for some credit. I'm not the white devil, neo-Nazi, cop trying to pull the trigger. You can call me what you want, but I'd still never say...
I don't think I need to say anything. We all know what that meant.
Neo-Nazi cop trying to pull the trigger. You can call me what you want, but I'd still never say the white race as a whole ain't the enemy. There's racist white people, but we're far from that collectively.
And that's so true. There are racist white people. It's true. But as a collective whole, we're far from being anything like that. For instance, I've talked to people overseas, like in Denmark and Norway and whatnot, and a lot of people have an opinion that all Americans are fat, arrogant assholes. Well, to each their own, right? I mean, not all Americans are like that. Most of us are just regular, hardworking people that love our families and just want to live our lives like everybody else. But the news portrays Americans as being bad, and the same way the news portrays all white people as being, racist when they're not. And they do the same thing in movies with people of other color. They're always playing a gang member, always this, that, or the other, stereotyping. They do that in Hollywood all the time. Wow, I am ranting on the song. I need to stop.
White boy, don't say that. White boy, oh you so bad. White boy, you wish you were black. White boy, dear white boy.
White boy, white noise. I can't say it with my white voice. White boys, white lies. Don't tell me how to see it through my white eyes.
If a black man is sipping on some cognac sitting next to me, I don't assume that every black's favorite drink is Hennessy. I don't dislike Tanisha cause her first name isn't Stephanie. Not only is that wrong, it's a waste of energy.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. It's a waste of energy. Like you said, if their first name's Tanisha and not Stephanie, there's no... Yeah, I mean, people... Look, I understand there's different names in the world, and they might be hard to pronounce in the English language or whatnot, and they're different. But that's still no reason to hate a person because their name is whatever it is. They didn't ask to have that name. They were given that name at birth, the same as your skin color and everything else. It's crazy when you think about it, because, like, when we were kids, in school, like, between the ages of, like, 5 and 10, we would all play with each other. There was no problem. As soon as we hit middle school, everybody cared about, like, what kind of shoes you have on. Like, oh, look, I got the new LeBrons. Look, I'm awesome, right? But... we used to do stuff like that, and it's just crazy, man. That we used to all be friends, and then, like, race and sex and religion and all that just got in the way of it. It's just nuts.
Ivory or ebony, 45 or 17, we all bleed the same, Martin Luther King or Kennedy. They're angry, I'm reciting the facts. He's white and he raps, he stole the culture right from the blacks. Okay, he's fire, but we lit the flame, he's siphoning gas, so...
I said we lit the flame, but he's siphoning gas. I think he's referring to how he's not embraced in the hip-hop community because he's a white guy, right? They're like, oh, you're stealing our culture and our music. Music is not meant to be for one culture or one person. It's for everybody. It's music. It's just, it's universal.
This corny little honky man, the whitey is whack. You letting history perpetuate the hatred within, and then you paint me with the brush you painted slave owners with. Yeah.
White boy, don't say that. White boy, oh you so bad. White boy, you wish you were black. White boy, dear white boy.
White boy, white noise. I can't say it with my white voice. White boys, white lies. Don't tell me how to see it through my white eyes.
I got a mother, a father, a sister, an auntie, an uncle, and a grandma that I picture when you're openly hating. And God willing, one day I'll have a kid of my own. I refuse to let you blindly hate my wife and my baby, so...
Yeah, exactly. Like, you're not going to let people blindly hate your own child, because they might be mixed or whatever, or they might not be mixed. Maybe you adopt, who knows? But, like, or maybe your kid's white, and they get picked on for being white. Whatever it is, like, no parent's going to sit there and let somebody crap on their kid because of their skin color, right? So he's sitting there saying, I refuse to let you blindly hate my wife or my baby. Like, that's not going to happen in the world I live in as long as I'm alive, right? So you have to, look, it took balls to do what he did in this song. It took balls, because it did. And he's still walking around, and he's doing very well for himself. So he handled the backlash from this song extremely well. Tom's smart. He knows what he's doing. But, like, yeah, this song right here it's not an anthem for white people. It's just an explanation of, please, like, I am not what you think I am. You know what I mean?
One day I'll have a kid of my own. I refuse to let you blindly hate my wife and my baby, so go ahead and hate the races. I pray for their extinction. If you wanna hate the white people, just make the distinction between the ones who want the best for everyone regardless, and the ones who build the system just to smother you with hardship. Stop before you say it. I know what you've been thinking. How's a straight white male in 2018? You're making me the villain by demonizing my race for things I didn't do and decisions I didn't make. No one that I call a friend has ever owned a slave, and neither did our dads or our dads' dads. Sakes, acknowledging atrocities were wrongly committed is all that I can offer while I'm wrongly convicted. I would never hate a man for what God gave him in pigments and...
Right there. Boom. Yet called racist every which way he turns for some reason. I believe the people that say that have never actually heard this song before. Like, sat down and actually heard it. Not listened to it, but heard it. There's a difference. You can listen all you want. Did you hear it? You know?
I would never plot against him just because he is different. I would...
Right. Never plot against someone just because they're different. Embrace that. Being different is what makes you special.
Never judge a human for the cards he was given.
Yes. You never judge a human for the cards they're given. People are in down times. People are in good times. Some people are mediocre. Some people are rock bottom. You always have to respect where someone is in their life.
Call him lesser than myself because of the race that he's mixed with.
Right.
White people that you hate aren't your neighbors or lawyers. They're the Rockefellers, Rothschilds, Bushes, and Royals.
Okay. Yeah, we got to talk about that one. I'm glad he put this in this song. He said, if you want to hate the white people, make the distinction between the ones who want the best for everyone, the ones who smother you with hardship. And he talks about, look at the people, look at the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, the Bushes, the Royals, the people that monopolize money and oil. They do it all the time. We've been to war over oil multiple times. I mean, the people in power with money that have the drive, the will, and the ability to control everything below them is what is the problem. And they might not talk about this in school, but it's true. And he's going to remark on this in a minute, where he's talking about hate the people who put yourself in the ghetto, or say you put yourself in the ghetto, because that's not exactly how it happens. Let's just let it play a little.
They're the people who monopolized the water and oil and injected your communities with drugs that they spoiled. Got no patience for Nazis. I think they're better off.
So basically what he was saying there was, he's referring to the 80s, right? Under the Reagan administration, the FBI decided it would be awesome to take cocaine and turn it into crack cocaine and release it into the hoods of America in the 1980s. Tupac's talked about, a lot of people have talked about this other than just musicians. Documents have been redacted. It happened. So, and then also he said, hate the people that, well, not really hate, but, you know, that's the word he used, but, you know, the people that teach their children you aren't crap because they said so. He's referring to people that raise children and teach them racism. That's what he's referring to. And that still happens to this day, sadly, and people grow up and they think like that because that's all they've ever known is what they're taught. So
Dead. The fighting hatred with hatred, making the hate more intense. I don't want nothing to do with either side of the fence, so don't blindly attack me for wearing braids on my head.
Thank you. I used to have a friend who used to do TikTok. She was a woman, and she was white, and she liked to braid her hair. And people used to make fun of her on TikTok all the time, say she culturally appropriated people, all kinds of things like that. I have long hair, obviously. I braid mine sometime. I get the same looks. I get the same comments. I don't care. I like my hair like that, and I'll wear it the way I want. And people just have to get over it.
Hate the people who believe you put yourselves in the ghetto. Hate the ones who teach their children you ain't because they said so. Hate the ones who think you're all the same and judge you profusely because the way that you're portrayed on our news and in movies. Being white and being racist aren't the same, man, I promise. No, it's hard to tell the difference if I'm just being honest. I deserve the chance to show you I'm not part of the problem, and you owe it to yourselves. We got so much in common.
Right. You owe it to yourself because we have so much in common. You know, I really wish the world could just think that way for 1 second. There would be peace in the world for 1 second if everybody just thought like that for even a second. Too bad it's just never going to be like that.
White boy, don't say that. White boy, oh you so bad. White boy, you wish you were black. White boy, say that, white boy. Oh, you so bad, white boy. You wish you were black, white boy. Dear white boy.
That was Whiteboy by Tom MacDonald. I was waiting to see if it was going to say Nova at the bottom. Okay, so yeah, directed by Nova Rockefeller. I'm not really sure what DP means, but Ted Newsom on the day. Maybe that's I don't know. Camera operator Jason Hernandez. Okay. Alright, well, anyways, that was Whiteboy, guys. Sorry I kind of ranted a lot in that song, but it's hard not to. He makes you think. But with that being said, please smack that subscribe button, hit like if you liked it, and leave a comment. Thank y'all so much for rocking with me, Hangover Gang. You know it's for life. I will see you guys in the next video. Take it easy. I'll see you next time. Peace.